Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynard, giving you everything you need to know for your Sunday night and really for the work week ahead. Let's go ahead and get into what we're going to be discussing at this hour. First of those being showers equal power outages. Well, for some this afternoon it did, and those showers continuing to happen. This is just basically setting the scene of what's going to be a rainy week ahead. As you can see, rain sticks around this week. Some of those chances even higher than what we saw today. The summer heat, that also continues into this week. So finally, July is feeling like July with the mugginess, the heat, and yes, those afternoon showers. So taking a live look outside right now, behind the headlines, right there in Pontotoc, we're seeing those isolated showers stick around. Actually saw a rainbow on the left side of your screen there earlier, about 20 minutes ago, so if only we went live then, we'd get a great look there. But unfortunately, that shower has now moved out there towards the east and no longer much of a threat for the Pontotoc area. 79 degrees though, so enjoying the benefits of those showers as we head about our afternoon and evening plans there in Pontotoc, so that's not too bad of a forecast at all. We mentioned power outages. In Lee County, 500 outages took place because of a tree that was blown over onto a couple of power lines. They had to replace the power poles. It took about 2 hours to replace, but fortunately, now those power outages back to a 0, but still over in Marshall and DeSoto County, 100 outages from those isolated storms rolling through. So seeing a few outages from just a couple of pop-up thunderstorms. Shows how intense they were in just a short period of time. Those chances do stick around into 7, 8, 9 o'clock, even 10 o'clock. A few isolated chances possible, but the strength, that diminishes into the rest of our evening. As you can see, the thunder, the rumbles of thunder, not expected to continue for too long, and that rain really wraps up by the time we get into that 11 o'clock to midnight hour. Rainfall totals right now, just taking a look outside, I'm going to step over to this side of your screen to walk you through it, but we have seen quite a bit in just a short period of time. We mentioned that Pontotoc storm. I'm going to try and get that exact number right there. Let me X out of here right quick. Pull that back up and try and get that dark green. Yeah, 1.5 inches in just a short period of time. We're talking about an hour, 2 hours since then. So not taking much for us to get some accumulated rainfall totals. Just under an inch there in Grenada and Montgomery County, and at the Tennessee state line, 1.5 inches up there as well. So where these showers pop up, very impactful, but honestly, for a large portion of North Mississippi, we have stayed dry. Looking at radar right now, not showing too much other than those isolated showers that are developing over Montgomery, Grenada. Probably going to see those rainfall totals reach into about 2 inches. Would not be surprised to see that. Still sticking around the Tennessee state line there in Alcorn County. Moving more north though, and we are continuing to see those showers that were in southeast Pontotoc. Watch how they just fizzle out. These are very cyclic in pattern, meaning that they increase real quickly, peak out, and then diminish in strength as they head over the next couple of hours. So that's why that one in southeast Pontotoc County did not last long. And this one in Grenada, I'm going to zoom in here real quick and take you through a little storm track. But the thing is with the storm track, these are not moving all that much. Whenever we put a squall line on this, we're talking about maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour. And even that's just a bit of a stretch. So extending it out, I'm going to take it 5. Because of just how slow it's being. Eskridge 612, Duck Hill 620, Sawyer 632, and Elliott closer to about 641. And if we reassess the entire thing, I mean, there is not anything really comparable to those storms. Maybe a few out here in Calhoun County and Lafayette County, but not anything like the coverage that we're seeing down in Grenada and Montgomery County. So But nonetheless, with how sporadic these are developing, enough to keep the rain gear handy just in case. But we're also watching another weather maker. That's going to be out here in the Atlantic with Chantel still developing over South Carolina and North Carolina. Now has diminished to a post-tropical depression. Not going to be anything too significant as it has made landfall. But still, those bands wrapping around. We've seen several inches of rainfall just off the Atlantic coast. So making its damage over there as what has been a dreary forecast for a lot of places in the United States this weekend. Let's walk through Futurecast. I'm going to zoom back into our area real quick so you can see when those rain chances are happening. You can see this is 10 o'clock tonight, but we're going to carry it into the overnight hours where we're not seeing too much of anything. Staying dry into our overnight period, 3 a.m., not expecting a rumble of thunder. So if you're afraid of waking up to that, don't need to be for your Monday morning. But as we head out the door Monday morning, still seeing dry conditions, but I want you to pay attention to the northwest side of your screen. Those showers and storms continuing to move south and east as a part of a frontal boundary. You'll see right here. Let me zoom out just a bit so you can get a visual on that. But there's your front right there in Illinois, Missouri, and Indiana. That continues to sweep through and it acts as just enough of a forcing mechanism to produce showers, especially along the leading edge, but with the moisture down south, enough to get those going just a bit more. So let's extend back into North Mississippi, and of course we'll break this down into even more detail as the week goes on here in a couple minutes. But noon hour, still seeing some pretty widespread coverage, and really by 1, 2, 3 o'clock, that's where we're seeing our best chances of rainfall, enough to have the rain gear ready for a lot of places, and that's why our increased coverage has moved to about 30%, a bit higher than what we even saw today. Into the 6 o'clock hour, those showers moving out there towards the east, but still seeing a few remnants here in North Mississippi. So have that rain gear ready. You're going to hear me say that a lot this half hour. Taking a look, you can see those rain chances really picking up by the time we get towards early to mid-afternoon. That lingers around into the evening as well. But this is, again, the start of a rainy week ahead. We're going to break down all of those rain chances coming up here in 60 seconds. So keep it here at Mississippi Live Weather so we can provide you all the weather information that you need to know.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, isolated showers continue to be the name of the game for our Sunday afternoon. Right now, looking out of Smithville, earlier we got a great shot of the towering cumulus clouds that were producing those isolated showers, but now has since diminished as those showers have fizzled on out. But we're enjoying the effects post-storm. 78 degrees outside in Smithville right now. I know folks in Monroe County are enjoying this and soaking it all in while they can. Even out there in Tupelo, we were getting a great shot there as well. There you go, out of Tupelo. But you can still see those dark clouds on the horizon, so still some remnants of some showers there, but not anything like what it once was as it was moving through southeast Pontotoc County. In Tupelo as well, 79 degrees, so an enjoyable forecast for any afternoon and evening plans you may have. So go ahead and head out the door and enjoy them, as these showers are pretty much wrapped up for Lee County, at least for that isolated cell. Whenever we look at Doppler or Mississippi Live Weather radar right now, there continues to be a cyclic pattern to these, but a lot of those remaining out there east of 55 and south of Highway 6, Water Valley, Bruce, and Oxford, all the way south into Montgomery County, as you can see just on the east side of Winona and Water Valley. So that's what we're tracking right now as our immediate threats, but more are expected heading into our evening. As you can see, I mean, just that cyclic nature of those cells, we're not expecting that to be a threat anymore, but more expected as we head further into our evening. I want you to pay attention to what we call that cyclic nature. Whenever we get these oranges and reds, pay attention to the top of your screen. That's talking about 30, 40, even 50,000 feet at times with this storm. Now it's since diminished to 20 to 30,000 feet. So whenever we talk about summer thunderstorms, they do not last long. They peak at this certain intensity, and it's kind of like a life cycle like we have. You peak at a certain time and then start to diminish over time and before you die on out. I know it's a little bit of a morbid way to look at it, but it's the best way to describe these summer-like thunderstorms. Rainfall totals over the past couple of hours, you're seeing 3 hours on your screen right there. We've gotten several reporting about an inch and a half, especially over there in southeast Pontotoc County, even in Tupelo, about a half of an inch. I would argue that some places were well over an inch, even in Lee County, and then northwest Chickasaw County, 1.5 inches there as well. So this has been an active afternoon for some, and some of you might be watching this saying, what rain? Because you didn't get it. It was just so isolated in nature, and a lot of folks staying dry throughout your Sunday afternoon and evening. Consider it a blessing, but don't consider yourself out of the loop just yet, because more rain chances are kicking in this week. As we jump into our storm tracker, our day planner, we are going to see those chances, especially by mid to late afternoon, really pick up. But temperatures tomorrow, where you don't get rain, 94 degrees is what we top out at tomorrow afternoon. So for those that get rainfall, got to deal with the rainfall, but for those that don't, got to deal with the heat. Everyone has a weather story. It just depends on where you're at, of course. So I'm going to jump behind the screen here and adjust this real quick. But what we're seeing on Futurecast right now is going to be this isolated showers sticking around the area. Still looking at North Mississippi right here. We're going to take it into the overnight hours on our Sunday. And as you can see right here, a lot of those showers fizzling on out once that sun does set. As we enter into more of the nighttime hours, that's where we'll see a much calmer forecast, much drier forecast especially, so you can enjoy any late night plans you may have or just enjoy a great night's sleep altogether. As we wake up and head out the door for our Monday morning though, those showers will start to pick up in a certain area. We're talking about far northwest Mississippi, Hernando, South Haven, right around that DeSoto County area. That's where the showers will linger for the start of the day, but as the day goes on, we will definitely see the chances start to pick up even more. Low temperatures tomorrow morning are going to be starting in the low to mid 70s. Mid 70s, especially for places that are seeing those rain chances, not letting that air cool off just as much as other places would. So we take Futurecast into the rest of our morning and Monday afternoon especially. Take a look at the extensive coverage that we're seeing right there. Bruce, Tupelo, Boonville, seeing that band of rainfall develop, and a few of those containing some embedded thunderstorms as well. Nothing severe is expected, but definitely some heavy rainfall at times, as I'm sure a lot of people could advocate for that experienced it this afternoon. Monday afternoon, we are seeing those isolated thunderstorms continue to be possible, and that peak coverage right around that Golden Triangle area. But by 5, 6 o'clock, you can see how sporadic these are developing. No uniform to it, not a typical line moving on through. It's just going to be that sporadic development that summer storms typically have. High temperatures tomorrow afternoon, these will vary. I know it's showing low to mid 90s, but if you're getting the rainfall, they're not going to be as high as the mid 90s. So there is some benefit to getting those showers. Heat index values into the triple digits for a lot of places, but Clarksdale 105. Would not be surprised to see at least 1 or 2 heat advisories be issued if these heat indices do verify. But let's take Futurecast into the rest of our Monday evening and really talking about your Tuesday as well. Staying dry into the overnight hours and into the start of your Tuesday. Then we get into our Tuesday forecast, and you might be able to guess that it's pretty much the exact same as Monday in regards to the pattern that we'll see. Those showers really start to develop by early to mid-afternoon, and the coverage that you're seeing here is very extensive compared to what we've seen over the past couple of days. So heightened chances for rainfall for your Tuesday, especially by Tuesday at 6. I mean, a few of these could be on the stronger side, not severe, but maybe 30, 40 mile an hour gusts, enough to knock a tree over here and there as that continues to progress on through. But definitely some rumbles of thunder and definitely some heavy rainfall, which do damage in their own right. That progresses on through 10 p.m. We start to see those the strength of those storms diminish, and then we're going to see the coverage of those storms diminish as well, heading overnight and into our Wednesday. But temperatures, again, same name of the game. We're going to see low to mid 90s with heat indices well into the triple digits for a lot of places yet again. So it's a day that we need to stay cool, we need to stay hydrated, but that's just typically what we've been seeing. Rain chances really climb by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll take a look at rainfall totals here to kind of get an idea of what to expect. And a lot of folks showing about 1 to 2 inches. A few areas, I would argue, could be well over 2 inches as the week goes on. It just depends on how unlucky you are, or lucky you are, however you view it, of where you are when those rain showers hit. But taking a look at that forecast, I don't think I've ever seen this many raindrops behind me, but definitely dealing with that over the next 7 days. Still very scattered in nature whenever we reach that peak coverage. But again, we'll break that down in more timing coming up tonight at 10. But I want you guys to stay tuned for a few pictures that you guys submitted. And of course, if you have any questions about the forecast, we'd love to have an interactive segment for you once we come back from commercial break. So go ahead and put that in the comments, and we'll try and answer a few of those questions for you as Mississippi Live Weather at 6 continues.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome.
prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. We do have a few Weather Watcher pictures that we want to show you. Chris getting us a great shot of a lightning strike in Alcorn County yesterday evening. I know folks in Tishomingo County were glad it was a county over because they were dealing with a great fireworks show. But hey, you got a fireworks show of your own that God provided with those lightning strikes. Fortunately, none of that reaching the ground, so a lot of folks staying safe, but it was a pretty intense thunderstorm moving across the Tennessee state line yesterday evening. Now, we've been talking about Pontotoc a lot today as that southeast storm moved right through southern Lee County and now into the remnants of it in Monroe County. But where it cleared, right along Highway 6 between Oxford and Pontotoc, Stacy captured a great picture right there of a rainbow, and whoever lives in that home is a very lucky person, being at the end of the rainbow. I definitely want to be their friend, right? But just a great shot there. Thank you so much for submitting those pictures. And if you want to submit your own pictures, you can do so on the Mississippi Live Weather app, letting us know a little bit about what you're seeing out in the field. Being a weather watcher, being a part of our team really helps us see what's happening. Just, of course, stay safe in the process. We also did get a picture talking about storms today. Are they going to be severe? Janet was asking. And so far, we have not seen any severe weather, and we're not expecting any severe weather as of this time. That doesn't mean a few thunderstorms can't pack a punch. I mean, 20, 30 mile an hour gusts, as well as heavy rainfall, enough to knock a tree down in Lee County. And that was just with that one storm that rolled on through. So far from severe limits, but still can be impactful. Let's just go ahead and be as safe as we can. And of course, one of the ways that you can always receive the latest information is with the Mississippi Live Weather app. Shows you exactly where these showers are developing and letting folks know in Montgomery County, hey, rainfall's headed your way, and probably lightning's detected not too far either. So that's what we're tracking into the next couple of hours. Are these rain chances that are sticking around into our Sunday evening for a few select areas? Is it going to affect you? That's the thing. Summer forecasting, very difficult to pinpoint accuracy or have pinpoint accuracy on where those do develop. Just enough to, as I say, keep an umbrella in the back seat just in case. We'll have more coverage tonight at 10, so make sure to keep it here with Mississippi Live Weather for the latest information. And of course, if you do have questions, chat is open and you can go ahead and put those down there. We'd love to answer them tonight at 10 in more detail to give you the latest information that you need. So thank you so much for joining Mississippi Live Weather. We'll see you tonight at 10.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.